making a drawing in Onshape. We're going to draw this drawing right here, and notice it is a metric drawing. So we're going to start off just creating a drawing. Now this is something that's been a problem for a couple of people. So we're going to look at these, and they're all metric. And the main thing I want to show you is how to do this. We're going to turn these off right there. So we're down onto that right there. Right click and create a new sketch. When you go to create a new sketch on this and click a drawing right here, and I'm going to click from the origin point, click right on it, and move across here to the right. It changes that dimension to be something, right? I don't know what that dimension is, but I want it to be 150 millimeters. And I can type that and hit enter, and it tells me that it's in inches. Now that's where the problem starts, right? Because I want it to be in metric, and it started in inches. So what you do to fix that is we're going to finish this sketch right here. So we're going to finish that sketch. We'll go up here to the hamburger there, come down to units, space, and change this from inches to millimeters. Go ahead and check that. So you're finishing that, and then right click on this again and edit that sketch, and you're going to see that it changed it to 150. So now when I go in here and add the rest of this sketch, I'll go in here and make the sketch look like this. So now I've got that complete. Alright, that's how you change that. Some of you may have done things where you go up to your account and you come down to preferences and change this from inches to there, and that changes it globally. So the next time you started a drawing, it would change it to millimeters, but we don't always want to do that. We don't do enough of them to make that the case, so stick with inches. Alright, so then we'll go back to the drawing here that I just created. And from there, I'm going to go in here, I'll edit that sketch again, and edit that sketch. Okay, now I'm in that sketch, and I'm going to make it match what we've got going on here. So the 12 millimeter base is a good one, so I'll click dimension, put a dimension on that line right there, and just say that that is 12. I want these two to be the same, the height, so I can say that this is equal, this and this are equal to one another. So that makes it so they're collinear. Notice it made that black. You can also say that this line and this line are horizontally constrained. It does the same thing. I do want to say that the equals constraint, I'll say that this side and this side are equal. That means it'll always be centered that way on there. Do a dimension on this line right here and say that that is supposed to be 76. And then I got to do one for the height of this right here, and that was supposed to be 58. Alright, so I thought I did this one. So the equals constraint, say that this one and this one are equal to one another. That's it. So click equals and put that there. And this is stuff that happens. Okay, so then I'm going to finish that sketch right there and complete it. I'll turn this way because I want to see that when I do this extrusion. I'll extrude this way, and this I'm going to go back the other direction and make that 50 millimeters. Alright, so that's 50. I'm going to go ahead and finish that. I'm going to turn that off. I don't need that there for right now. So now I can go here, click on this, right click, and click new sketch. And I'm going to add a circle right here. This is important to be able to do this. I'm going to add a circle. I'm going to go right to that, find that midpoint, put that right there. Now it's trying to put that number in there. You see it's trying to do 39. And according to this, the radius is 26 millimeters. And that's the radius. So if I go back here and put in this, I can just drop this in here, and I can literally put in 26 times 2 on the keyboard and hit enter, and it makes it 52, which is exactly what we're trying to get to. From that point, I can finish that sketch, and I will then extrude that sketch, this part of it right here. I'm going to change it so it removes, and change it from being blind to go through all, so it cuts through the whole thing. And then I will finish that sketch. So that's the part. That's what it looks like. It should save it because it's online. So then we're gonna, once we're done this, we'll right click anywhere in the area and click create drawing 1. For now, we're just going to use the 4 views. We'll let it put those 4 views in there, and we're going to start dimensioning this. So I'm going to put dimensions on. Now this is the important part. So when we put dimensions on, I'm going to dimension this and make this so it's going to be right out here. Now it's trying to do this the wrong unit. So I'm going to see if the units are millimeters here. So they are. So that's right. And then we should go over to, I think it's this one, styles. Maybe not styles. This one. I'm going to change that to, I'm going to change this to millimeters, and so it changes that to millimeters. I'm also going to change, let's see, I'm going to leave the precision as 2 decimal places. Generally, metric doesn't do 2 decimal places. The most they ever do is 1. You really don't need to have any precision on it to do it that way. That's metric kind of works that way. So that's good there. So that'll be good. Close this up, and then we'll put other dimensions on here. Dimensions that we know. I'll put a dimension in here and say I want to put this one in, and I want that to be 26 millimeters. I might even click center mark and put a center mark on that. That's a big one though, but that's okay. And then so that tells us what's going on there. I'll do a dimension that goes across this, so I'm going to go from that endpoint to this endpoint, and I'm going to drop that in right here. The other thing, I've got the overall length of this part, so I'll just dimension that line right there and drop that one down here. So I've got those dimensions in. That tells us how to do that. Now, one you could do is you could say I want to do a dimension that goes from, let's click in this view, I want to do a dimension that say goes from this endpoint to this endpoint. It's not necessary exactly because you did midpoints there, but I'm trying to line that up so it looks good. And if I do put that in there, I want it all to look neat. And if I do put this one in here, it just helps the machinist know how deep it is. He's got to cut that across there. Alright, and then let's see, we're going to look for a dimension here that tells us how wide the part is. So we can click on this one and put that to a dimension here. That's the width of my part. I'm going to try to line that up with the other one. And I got a dimension that for the whole height of the part here too. And so I'll click in here and I'll go from that line down to this line. I'm going to go from this line to this line, and puts in there, tells us that that's 58. Alright, so it's probably a good idea to show the on there. I'm going to right click in that view. Oops, it's going slow for some reason. Show and hide. I want to show my hidden lines on this one, and there should be no other hidden lines anywhere on there. Looks like it's taking a second. I don't know why it's taking so long. Something's frozen up. That's okay. Once that hidden line shows up, you should be good. Then we're going to go in here and we'll double click in this area here, because I want to change that line specifically. I want to delete those. Oops. Delete those things, and I want to put in what this thing is called, and that is a cradle. So remember to turn your cap lock on. Cradle. That's the cradle. And I'll finish that one, and technically it should be up one more. So let's finish that. This is so weird. Cradle. Oh. Cradle. And then we'll finish that sketch, and I'm going to delete that one. Just delete it. Then, oops. Maybe I don't want to just delete it, because I want this to be here. Alright. So I want the part number to be right there, 207-6-40. And finish that sketch. I'm just going to highlight that and delete it that way. So somehow I've got to figure out how to put our school name in there. And we'll figure that out later. So that's what we're going to do for good for now, okay? Alright, once we get that part done, we got all of those things done. We got our depth, our height, everything in there. We should be good. And this is the part where you go to print. You make the PDF file of it. Call Mr. Davidson over and have him check it. And once it looks like this, everything looks neat. That's really what you're trying to do, make it look neat. He's going to tell you to go ahead and save it to your save it to your hard drive, so you can then put it up on your Google Drive, and then you can put it on your portfolio.